Hey fellow wanderers, it's me, Lost and Wandering. Right now I'm just gonna I have a couple videos that I want to knock out today. But this one's just gonna be kind of a haul that I did yesterday. So, and kind of a life update. So, basically right now I'm doing leasing. I think I mentioned that in my last video, but I'm a leasing agent, and I actually am going to, or I've technically already put in my 1 month advance notice. I let my manager know, and my manager and I are on really, really good terms. She and I are like, we're not just employee and employer, it's kind of like a friendship thing. Sorry if my camera is shaking. So I let her know, and she asked if I would stay on till the end of the month. I let her know in December that I was planning on quitting. And she asked if I would stay on till the end of January. So I am staying with them, and then once I do that, I think I'm going to go back to temping and see if I can find a job leasing with somewhere a bit more stable, somewhere I think I can actually learn. Right now, where I'm at is kind of, they just recently took over these properties, and they're older. They were built like in the 70s. Actually, one of them my mom used to manage. So, yeah, they're pretty old properties, and I can handle things like dealing with residents and doing follow-ups for people who are already interested. But as far as sticking a lease, it's been like over a month, and I still haven't done that. So I'm not really learning the tools that I need in order to become a good salesman yet. And I'm starting to wonder if maybe I ever will be. So I think I'm probably going to stick with temping this year. But, you know, on the off chance that I do learn, and I do gain a bit more confidence as far as that goes, I guess I'll stick with it. But something that I'm looking forward to, and something that I'm really excited about, is getting started with, I decided that I wanted to go to school for like travel school, because I still want to go back to being a flight attendant. I'm much better on the customer service front than I am on the sales pitches or anything like that. So I was trying to find a lot of the people that I was in training with, they had gone to a travel school previously, and so I decided to look up any sort of travel school. I decided to do specifically travel agents, because I want to see what it's like from the other end. I'll still get like the airline codes and everything like that, and I'm still in the industry. And I still get like the discounts and stuff for traveling like I want. I just won't be traveling necessarily. I know that sometimes they send travel agents on vacation so that they can speak more personally on their experiences with people they're organizing a trip for. So that could happen, and I'm kind of excited to see how that goes. But until then, I'm doing like an online school. I expect to start that in March, realistically, preferably sooner than that. But this month I'm focusing on saving up for the school supplies, and then hopefully by the end of March I will have the first module. There are 4, and they're like 6 to 8 weeks, or 4 to 6 weeks long. So pretty excited about that. So that's something going on in my life right now. That's something that I'm pretty excited about. Now, yesterday On Saturdays, I only work 10 to 4. And yesterday was freezing. I don't want to, like, I don't want to say that. I feel bad saying that because I live in Texas. And freezing to us is, like, below 20. But, it was cold. And it was cold because, like, they did a lot of remodeling. And they put up a wall in the leasing office. Down the middle of it. And it's cold because there's no vent on one side of the wall where they put me, and there's just like a sliding glass door, and the door, it doesn't matter how open you get that door, there's no hot air coming out of there. It's bombarded by cold air. Plus, I'm in a cross breeze. There's like a door over there and a door over here, and when people come in, they just let all this cold air in, and I was freezing. So it was really, really cold. And I think I'm getting sick, actually. But after that, or before that, before I went to work, I made Nick promise that we would go to Half Price Books and Barnes & Noble. Mostly because, if you guys have seen my Hereditary, I think it's like Hereditary Practice or whatever, episode or whatever, video. I think I mentioned that I'm part Chinese. It's not recent in my history, but I know it's there and it showed up in my DNA, and I really want to incorporate that in my practice. So I was going to get The Tao of Craft by Benabel Wen. I believe it's Wen. And I had been looking into that for a while, and then Charlie from Charlie Says Go, she recently got it, so I was like, okay, I really, really want it now. But so I went to Half Price Books first. Usually they don't have newer books like that. But I thought I would try. And when I went to Half Price Books, what I got was a few other things. I got The 12 Wild Swans by Starhawk and Hilary Valentine. This book was highly recommended by Cara, the cute witch. And I'm really excited to start that. I put that in my reading list. And then I found this book called The Wildwood Way. It's more about, I found this in the shamanism section, but I thought that it kind of fits more of the practice that I want to incorporate. It's called The Wildwood Way by Cliff Sarantine. Here, I'll show you his last name so that you can find it. Sarantine. It might be backwards. It's backwards for me. I'm hoping it doesn't do it backwards. It's Seruntine. And I'm really excited to see this. It's all about like shamanic practice living out in the wild, which is kind of what I want. At some point I want to live in the mountains / forest, and this guy, he's already living it. He and his family have lived their lives in the wilderness, homesteading, hunting, gathering, and treading lightly on the land while honoring its spirits. So I'm really, really excited about that. He lives in Nova Scotia. So this is really, really cool. I'm super excited about this. I'm going to add that to, I added that to my reading list. I also got Drawing Down the Moon by Margot Adler, which I remembered someone had, okay, so this is kind of a funny story. I remembered someone had recommended this on one of their videos. And I remembered seeing it somewhere else. So I saw this and I was like, I might as well get it because a lot of people recommend it. So I picked it up, and I don't know if you guys follow Charlie from Charlie Says Go, if you're like friends with her on Facebook, or if you follow her on YouTube, but I got, here, let me, I wonder if I can switch the camera. No, I can't. I got her Wild Witch Workbook and Day Planner, well, a bullet journal and day planner for witches, and in here, she gives you a reading list, and she gives you recommendations, and one of them, I've got it highlighted here, is Drawing Down the Moon by Margot Adler. So, that happened. It, like, I didn't know that she'd recommended it. I just grabbed it, and then it turned out I'd already gotten it. So it wasn't like I got it because she recommended it, although it kind of is, but kind of not. But yeah, so I got it, and that was kind of funny. And then I got Wicca, Another Year and a Day by Timothy Roderick. If you guys haven't worked through his first workbook, Wicca, A Year and a Day, I highly recommend it. It's really, really cool. It's a lot of work, and you kind of end up spending a lot of money because he sends you out to go get things throughout the year. And I originally got it because I wanted to know why people were freaking buying herbs all the time. Like, to me, I'm very practical, and very, like, logical, you know, so I'm more on the spiritual philosophy side of practice, mostly, rather than practice. So I go out and I get, like, an incense stick, and that's fine. And I was always, like, constantly confused, like, and I also, like, to this day I still haven't cast a spell. Hopefully maybe that'll be my resolution, is that I'll fucking cast a spell. But one thing that I liked about Timothy Roderick's book is that he, you know, urges you to go out and get those herbs, and so you have them, and then teaches you how to use them. So that was something that I didn't really know how to do. I haven't cast any spells, but I really, like, I liked it because of the practicality of it. He brings it in a practical way. So this is Another Year and a Day, and in it he talks about, like, in his introduction, he talks about why do you need another one, and he says something, hold on, I have to find it. So much. Come on. Okay, so it says, why Another Year and a Day? If you've already read Wicca, A Year and a Day, you may be wondering why there's another year's worth of spiritual practice ahead of you. Didn't I learn all I needed to know, you may wonder? You learn plenty, especially if you made it to the end of the book, but learning a specific set of skills is not the same as cultivating your spirit. That process is a lifetime effort that requires daily attention and refinement. So I went ahead and got it because I was really, really drawn in, and I'm really curious to see what he has in store for me in this coming year. So this is on my year-long reading list. It's also on my reading list, and I didn't quite finish the first Year and a Day, so I'm going to be redoing it simultaneously with this one because I don't have enough on my plate. And then for funsies, I got this book called Secret Religions: A Complete Guide to Hermetic Pagan and Esoteric Beliefs by David V. Barrett. Mostly I got it because I'm kind of getting into the Kabbalah, and I want to incorporate lots and lots of other kind of versions, but the thing is I don't know what I want to incorporate until I know what there is to incorporate, so that's where this book comes in. So I'm really excited about that. So then we went to Barnes & Noble again to find The Tao of Craft by Annabelle Wen. While I was at half price, I almost bought like 2 other books on Taoism, which would have been a bit more reasonable, I guess, considering I'd originally come for a book on Taoism. But I didn't, because I grabbed 5 books that I felt fit a little bit better. Not necessarily better, just my spirit needed them a little bit more. Again, for some reason at my Barnes & Noble, they didn't have her book, and it really pisses me off, so I'm gonna have to order it online. But I did get my first set of oracle cards. It's called the Enchanted Map Oracle cards, and I was really drawn in by the art, and I also felt like it kind of called to my roaming, traveling spirit, because it's a map. And I've looked through the cards and I really, really like them. And I think that it's a good energetic fit for me. So yeah, I got some cards and that was about it. But I'm going to end this video here. I really, really awkwardly but I'm almost 15 minutes long, and I would like to end it here. I have another video I'm coming out with also today, and my friend Charlie from the Northern Heathen and I are going to do a collab here pretty soon, so look forward to that. And we may have an announcement coming out soon. But anyways, look forward to that. I love you guys. Keep on wandering. Bye.